This morning, a 72-year-old woman passed away unexpectedly. The cause? A mistake she made without even realizing it. Something so common that many people over 70 do it every single day. The truth is, as we get older, our bodies become more sensitive to small habits that might have seemed harmless in our younger years. And unfortunately, those seemingly small choices can add up in ways that put our health at serious risk. In this video, we're diving into 4 morning mistakes that could be putting you in danger without you realizing it. These are mistakes that can affect your heart, your circulation, your balance, and even your brain function. And the worst part, most people over 70 make at least one of these mistakes every single morning. But the good news is, once you're aware of them, they're easy to fix, and avoiding them could mean the difference between a healthy, active life and a serious medical emergency. Stay with me until the end, because the final mistake is one that almost no one talks about, but it's one of the most dangerous. Many seniors don't even realize they're doing it, yet it can significantly increase the risk of falls, dizziness, and even heart problems. You don't want to miss it. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you enjoy this video, please type 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, type 0 in the comments to let me know, so I can make better videos for you. Now let's get started. Mistake 1, getting out of bed too quickly. One of the most dangerous things you can do in the morning is something that seems completely harmless: getting out of bed too fast. You might not think twice about it, but for older adults, this simple habit can lead to dizziness, sudden drops in blood pressure, and even dangerous falls. As we age, our circulatory system doesn't adjust as quickly as it used to. When you've been lying down for several hours, blood pools in the lower part of your body. If you suddenly sit up or stand too fast, your blood pressure can drop sharply. This is called orthostatic hypotension, and it's the reason so many people over 70 experience morning dizziness or lightheadedness. Think about the last time you got out of bed. Did you feel a little off balance for a few seconds? Maybe your vision blurred slightly, or you had to steady yourself for a moment before taking your first step. That's a sign that your body wasn't ready for the sudden movement. And if you're not careful, that moment of instability could lead to a dangerous fall. Consider a man like Edward, 74. Every morning, he'd wake up, swing his legs over the side of the bed, and stand up immediately. He never thought much of it until one morning when he blacked out for a split second and lost his footing. Thankfully, he landed on his bed, but it could have been much worse. That's when he realized he needed to change the way he started his day. The solution is simple but powerful. Instead of jumping out of bed, follow a 3-step process. First, when you wake up, take a few deep breaths and wiggle your fingers and toes. This helps stimulate circulation. Second, slowly roll onto your side and sit up, gradually keeping your feet on the floor. Third, before standing, take a moment to steady yourself. Move your ankles, stretch your arms, and give your body a few seconds to adjust. It might seem like a small change, but this simple habit can drastically reduce your risk of dizziness, imbalance, and falls. And as you probably already know, falls are one of the biggest dangers for older adults, leading to broken bones, hospitalizations, and even long-term mobility issues. So if you've been in the habit of getting out of bed too quickly, take a step back and reconsider your morning routine. Those extra few seconds in bed might just save your life. Mistake 2, skipping water in the morning. One of the most overlooked yet dangerous mistakes people make in the morning, especially after 70, is not drinking water right after waking up. You might not think of hydration as something urgent first thing in the morning, but after hours of sleep, your body is in a state of mild dehydration. And for older adults, that can have serious consequences. As you sleep, your body continues to function, your organs work, your lungs breathe, and your body loses fluids through respiration and sweat. By the time you wake up, your blood is slightly thicker. Your circulation is slower, and your body is operating at a slight deficit. If you don't replenish that fluid quickly, it can contribute to problems like high blood pressure, poor circulation, and even an increased risk of stroke or heart attack. Think about how you feel in the morning. Do you ever wake up with a dry mouth? Do your joints feel a little stiff? Maybe your energy levels seem lower than they should be, or you notice that it takes a while to feel fully awake. These can all be signs of dehydration. And if your first drink of the day is coffee instead of water, you could be making the problem worse. Take someone like James, 76. He had a habit of waking up and going straight for his morning coffee. It was his routine for decades. He never thought twice about it. But as he got older, he started experiencing occasional dizziness and brain fog in the mornings. His doctor told him to try drinking water first thing when he woke up. Within a few weeks, he noticed a difference. He felt more alert, his headaches became less frequent, and his energy levels improved. Water is essential for keeping your blood flowing properly, helping your kidneys function efficiently, and reducing strain on your heart. Drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning helps jumpstart your metabolism, rehydrates your organs, and gets your circulation moving the way it should. And for those who struggle with digestion, morning hydration can help keep things running smoothly. If you're someone who doesn't usually drink water in the morning, start with something simple. A small glass right after you wake up. Keep it by your bedside if that makes it easier. And if you're someone who prefers warm beverages, warm water with a little lemon can be a great alternative. Your body has worked hard through the night, and it needs proper hydration to function at its best. Don't wait until you're thirsty. By the time you feel thirst, you're already dehydrated. So make it a habit to start your morning with water. Your body will thank you for it. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. Now let's move forward. Mistake 3, drinking coffee before eating anything. For many people, the morning doesn't officially begin until they've had their first cup of coffee. It's a routine that's been in place for decades. Wake up, pour a fresh cup, and start the day. But here's the problem. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach can be one of the worst things you do for your body, especially after 70. When you wake up, your stomach is empty and your body is in a delicate state. Your blood sugar levels are low, your digestive system is just getting started, and your cortisol levels, your body's natural stress hormone, are at their peak. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach can spike that cortisol even higher, which can lead to increased stress on your body, digestive discomfort, and even long-term issues like acid reflux or stomach irritation. If you've ever had a cup of coffee in the morning and felt jittery, lightheaded, or even a little queasy, that's your body telling you something. The acidity in coffee can irritate the lining of an empty stomach, leading to indigestion, acid reflux, or heartburn. And for older adults who may already have more sensitive digestion, that irritation can become a daily issue without you realizing it. Consider someone like Robert, 75. He started every morning the same way, black coffee first, food later. He thought nothing of it until he began experiencing acid reflux more frequently. At first, he blamed it on spicy foods or aging, but after speaking with his doctor, he learned that drinking coffee before eating was putting unnecessary stress on his digestive system. He started having a small snack, something light like a banana, or a handful of nuts before his coffee, and within weeks, the discomfort significantly improved. The key here isn't giving up coffee, it's adjusting the timing. Having a small snack before your first cup helps buffer the acidity, stabilizes blood sugar levels, and reduces the stress response in your body. If you're someone who wakes up and immediately reaches for coffee, try changing the order. Even something as simple as a few crackers, a slice of toast, or a piece of fruit before your coffee can make a big difference. And if you've ever noticed that coffee leaves you feeling anxious or more jittery than usual, eating beforehand can help balance that out. Caffeine on an empty stomach gets absorbed quickly, which can cause a sharper spike in energy followed by a crash. Eating first helps slow the absorption and provides a more steady boost, rather than a sudden jolt followed by an energy dip. So before you take that first sip tomorrow morning, ask yourself, have I given my body something to work with? A small change in routine can go a long way in protecting your stomach, balancing your energy, and keeping you feeling your best. Mistake 4, ignoring morning stiffness and moving too quickly. One of the most dangerous mistakes you can make after 70 is underestimating the impact of morning stiffness. Many people wake up, feel a little tightness in their joints, and assume it's just a normal part of aging. They push through it, get moving quickly, and don't think much of it until one wrong step leads to pain, injury, or even a serious fall. As you sleep, your muscles and joints stiffen due to reduced movement and circulation. This is especially common in older adults, as the body naturally produces less synovial fluid, the lubricant that keeps joints moving smoothly. The result, when you first wake up, your body isn't fully ready for action. If you stand up too quickly, twist the wrong way, or take an unsteady step, you're putting yourself at unnecessary risk. Think back to a morning when you got out of bed and felt that familiar tightness in your back, knees, or shoulders. Maybe it went away after a few minutes, or maybe you brushed it off as nothing serious. But ignoring morning stiffness day after day can lead to bigger issues down the road. Limited mobility, chronic pain, or worse, a sudden injury that could have been avoided. Take someone like Walter, 78. He always considered himself fairly active, so when he woke up stiff, he'd just power through it. Then one morning, as he was heading to the bathroom, he took a step, lost his balance, and landed hard on his hip. That single moment led to months of recovery, all because he hadn't taken a few extra minutes to warm up his body before moving. The good news is, preventing this mistake is simple. Before you even sit up in bed, take a few moments to wake up your joints. Start with gentle movements. Wiggle your fingers and toes, rotate your ankles, stretch your arms. Then while still lying down, do a few knee lifts or slow leg movements to loosen up your hips. Once you sit up, roll your shoulders, take deep breaths, and engage in light stretching before standing. This doesn't take much time, but it makes a world of difference. A few extra minutes of gentle movement can mean the difference between feeling sluggish and unsteady versus stepping into your day with confidence. It's also important to be mindful of your first steps in the morning. Use a sturdy surface for support if needed, and avoid rushing, especially if you're heading to the bathroom in dim lighting. Your body needs time to adjust, and taking things slowly can help prevent unnecessary strain on your muscles and joints. So the next time you wake up and feel a little stiff, don't ignore it. Give your body the time it needs to ease into movement. Because staying active and independent starts with protecting your mobility, and that begins the moment you get out of bed. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. Now let's wrap things up. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to think about your own morning routine. Have you ever made one of these mistakes without realizing it? The truth is, the habits we build in the morning set the tone for the rest of the day, and after 70, those habits become even more important. A strong, healthy morning routine isn't about making drastic changes. It's about small adjustments that protect your body, keep your mind sharp, and ensure that you start the day feeling your best. Whether it's taking an extra moment before getting out of bed, making hydration a priority, being mindful of how you drink your coffee, or easing into movement before starting your day, these little changes add up. And over time, they can mean the difference between staying active and independent or facing unnecessary health risks. Many people assume that health problems in old age are inevitable, but that's not entirely true. The choices you make every day, especially in those first moments of the morning, have a major impact on your longevity, energy levels, and overall well-being. The key is awareness. Now that you know these 4 common mistakes, you have the power to avoid them and take control of your mornings in a way that supports your health for years to come. What stood out to you the most? Which of these morning habits do you think you need to adjust? Or which one do you feel you've already been doing right? We'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to bring it into practice in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.